Hey everybody, it's Pamela, and I wanted to turn the camera on really quickly and talk to you about something that's been on my mind. It's been on my mind for a while. It's about time I shared it with you, and this is all about how we frame our excuses to ourselves about why we can't accomplish our goals. And what do I mean by that? Let's take some examples. If you're somebody who wants to learn a new language, or maybe you want to learn to play an instrument, maybe you want to start a business, all of these things come with some baggage, and we say to ourselves, I wish I could do that, but I really can't because I don't have enough time, or I can't do that because I don't have enough money, or whatever the excuse is. I think it's almost human nature to kind of throw up resistance at first and say, I can't do that because, and then fill in the blank with whatever the because is. And I wanted to suggest to you that in order to accomplish goals, especially if they seem like daunting ones, flip the script. Say to yourself, okay, these things exist, these conditions exist. I don't have a lot of money, I don't have a lot of time, I don't have a lot of energy. All these things are in my life, but how can I make this happen anyway? How can I? I think it's so important for us to ask ourselves, how can I, instead of I can't because. It just changes your whole paradigm. It changes everything about the way you look at accomplishing your goals, about learning new skills, even about how you approach your time and your life. So let's take an example of learning to play the piano. This is actually one that I'm actually thinking about for myself, so I'm going to use it as an example. I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of extra money to throw into piano lessons and go to a university and take a semester. If I want to learn to play the piano anyway, what can I do to make that happen? And there are several things I can do. I have a friend who actually has a piano at his house, so I could go to that friend's house and practice at his place. He has offered that to me in the past, and I can take him up on it when I'm ready. So if you have a friend who has the resources that you need, and you could go to their house once a week or twice a week and practice, or use their computer or whatever it is, maybe they have some books on programming if you want to learn a programming language, borrow their books. There are ways around having to invest in those resources. So obviously I'm not going to buy a piano right now, but I have a friend who has one that I could use. What if I didn't have that friend? What if I had no friends with pianos at all? Well, I mean, are there any churches in my neighborhood that I could go to and maybe use their piano? There's lots of churches around here. I live in Georgia, so there are tons of churches around here. And I'm sure that I could approach, I mean, it's a church for God's sake, pardon the pun, but it's a church, so they're not likely to turn you away if you show some genuine interest in using the piano. I don't know if maybe you'd have to be a member of the congregation, but this is just an idea. We're just brainstorming how you can. Okay, so that's one idea, a church. Maybe there are universities in your area that would allow you to use their practice rooms as long as the students aren't using them. That's possible. Libraries, same thing. So there are resources available to you, maybe that you don't even think about, that you can use for free. So what about actually getting the lessons done? Do I have to go and pay for lessons? No, I can get on Google and I can watch anything on YouTube, learn anything on YouTube practically for free these days. I can Google, if I don't want to use YouTube, I can Google people's blogs or their web pages where they offer lessons for free or very low cost. They are out there. You can learn anything you want, basically, if you go online and Google it, or go to YouTube and watch videos. Okay, we've got the lessons taken care of. So really, I've just put together in, 2 or 3 minutes now, a plan for me to learn how to play the piano that doesn't involve a big outlay of time and money. I mean, I'm going to have to spend some time on it. I've just got to carve that time out in my schedule. If I want to learn to play the piano, I've got to spend some time on it. But I don't have to spend a lot of money. So I've just, in a couple minutes, come up with a plan for learning the piano that I could take advantage of, and maybe I will. And so same goes for you. This is just one small example. What is going on in your life that you want to accomplish, or what skills do you want to acquire? What goals do you want to accomplish? And instead of telling yourself, I can't because, ask yourself, how can I? And then go find ways to get it done and do that thing. I promise you it will change how you look at everything. It will help you get things done. It'll help you progress in your life, accomplish your goals, and you're going to be much happier for it. So that's my 2 cents for today. Reframing how we talk to ourselves about accomplishing our goals. Don't say, I can't because. Ask yourself, how can I instead? Thanks. Bye-bye.